Because I'm looking at it from my perspective as a professional sex crimes detective. All right, now let's start from the beginning and analyze this bad boy.
And I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And
so right now she's setting up that they're responsible parents, right? She's laying that groundwork, right? And keyword, I'm in my room, they're playing in the next room. Let's keep listening.
They happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time.
So how do you know that they were outside playing? Let's keep going.
And the next thing we knew, it was quiet.
So you thought that they were in the next room, then they got outside, and you believed that they were playing outside, but then you didn't hear anything. It doesn't make any sense. It's not adding up to me, but let's keep going. Maybe it'll make sense.
I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere.
We're talking about a 4 and a 6-year-old. How far do you think a 4 and a 6-year-old can go on foot, ladies and gentlemen? Let's keep going.
Yelling for them, and I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really go-lucky children.
Now, this is where her statement lines up with every evildoer I have ever covered or spoken to in the real life. She says she's setting up. This is what they all do. Stephen Stearns did it. Jen Soto did it. All of these infanticide mommy and daddy, stepdaddy, boyfriends, and all that good stuff, they all say the same thing. They set up why the child was a great candidate for being stolen, killed, kidnapped, essayed, the whole nine. Why? It's to throw off law enforcement, and it's to throw the attention away from them. Don't look at me, look elsewhere. Why? Listen to this, pay attention to this.
They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone.
They're good-looking kids. Check. Great to kidnap. Gotta get a good-looking one. They're so sweet and kind. They'll talk to anyone. They're basically saying, oh, these are the perfect kids for you to kidnap. Of course somebody want to kidnap them. If a stranger comes up to them, stranger danger, they'll go talk to stranger danger. Throwing police off, in my opinion, guys, just my opinion. I have no proof or no evidence of this, but in my opinion, throwing the police off saying, look, if there was a candidate for children that would go missing, it would be these kids because of these attributes. They're autistic, but then they're not really autistic. They're just not that smart in school. Oh, but they're not that, but they just can't keep up with the other kids in school. They talk to everybody. They're good looking. They're social butterflies. They smile at everybody. Go talk to all the strangers. Laying out that template of the perfect kids to disappear. They all do it. They did the same thing to Maddie. She's autistic? No, she's not autistic anymore. Oh, we thought she was, but she's not really autistic. The same exact thing. Let's keep going.
They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone. They're just extremely.
They'll speak to anyone in the store, everyone. Now, as a parent, would you be telling this to everybody? The answer is no. Because you would know that if you had children that exhibited that type of behavior, what would you be doing? You would be checking them, right? Every child is social until you teach them stranger danger. You teach them, no, don't go talk to those people because they're strangers. Don't go up to random people because they could take you away. Isn't that not a lesson that every single parent in this room has taught their children? But she's feeding that to us because she's already laying down the narrative. We didn't do anything. These kids just happen to be the type of children that would sneak out the house at 4 and 6 years old and walk away with a perfect stranger, not scream, not cry, not make a peep, be the perfect candidates to be whisked away by some stranger danger. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, that in my opinion, there is no stranger danger. The only stranger danger was a stranger danger in their own house, possibly their mother and their stepfather, in my opinion. Let's keep going.
Only sweet kids. I appreciate the huge search effort going on right now. But we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been issued, not just that they could possibly be abducted, which it is a possibility that they could have been, but just an alert to let everyone know that they are missing.
You know what's also abnormal in this case? Let's say they were abducted. You know how rare it is for both children to be abducted? Usually, the type of pedophiles that would abduct children, they have a preference. They would have taken either or. You also know how exceedingly rare it is that both children would be approached by the unknown adult and both of them would not make a peep. This abduction, alleged abduction, is being facilitated in an area that is pretty much hidden in the woods.
We had people text me saying that they weren't aware someone else let them know that they were missing, and it would just be nice if everyone could be alerted. We thought maybe that we found tracks, but it's still uncertain. It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that they are feeling warm. We're all filled with pain and sorrow because we just want them found. We want them home. Everyone loves them. They are definitely verbal, and they do have possible autism, but it's not extreme autism. It's just they have issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another night without them.
Yeah. If you believe that, you could sell me a bridge in Brooklyn.